All right, we're back for episode 59 of the Idiot Circle. I'm Mike.
I'm Fred.
The Czar.
I'm Tim.
Your iPhone, Tim.
Yeah,
iPhone Tim.
you are iPhone Tim.
iPhone Tim.
iPhoney Tim.
iPhone Tim.
All right, so
iPhone Tim. iPhone Tim. I pick him up and put him down.
That's right.
I lift things up. Put things down.
So it's late at night for you guys.
One of these.
Yeah.
Oh, it's late at night here. It's late.
It's 9:41 your time. I was late like an asshole. So you guys are up, but what are you drinking there, Rob? Do you get some fast food going on there?
I got some Bojangles.
Bojangles. Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
Mr. Bojangles.
Which if
Love
someone
it.
says how good is Bojangles, it's like it's so jangles. It's really not good.
What's your top item, Rob? What's your good? What's your gut? What do you like?
Bojangles is so jangles.
I got
So
the
jangles.
5-piece chicken strip dinner. First of all, they didn't give me a receipt.
Chicken tenders.
I can't, trying to expensive for work. I'm out of town this week, like you, Mike.
Yep.
And so I get they said, what kind of sauce? I said, what do you have? Barbecue, honey mustard, blah, blah, blah. I said, barbecue. So I drive away after get everything. Instead of the 5-piece, there was only 3 pieces. He said, what side would you like? I said, I'll do the dirty rice and I'll do the mashed potatoes. And then I got up the window. She said, we don't have dirty rice. What would you like? I said, I'll do the coleslaw. So drive away. I get dirty rice and baked beans. A 3-piece instead of the 5-piece. The barbecue sauce was honey mustard, which I didn't mind that one.
Hey,
Did you turn back around to get your 2 extra pieces?
And I got 2
They say-
biscuits. You're only supposed to get 1, I think, but I got 2 biscuits.
What's Joe Pesci say? They fuck you in the drive-thru. They fuck you. They fuck you.
I can't believe they fucked it up that bad.
That was that bad, dude.
Didn't even
1,
come close.
2, 5.
Yeah.
Well, you are down south there.
Jackie's like, that's what I said. Jackie said, you should go back. And I'm like, it's not worth my time.
They'll spin it now. They're gonna spin. They're gonna spin it after that, buddy.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it.
So
I'll say you owe me 2 more pieces of chicken, and they'll give me like I don't know.
Yeah.
They'll give you a barbecue rib.
Yeah.
Give you some gizzards.
oh,
Oof.
Hey, for the holiday, guys, I had the neighbors over next door and Jackie, and I got the smoker out and I smoked 2 sets of ribs,
Ooh.
2 racks. And then I did in the oven all day, low and slow, about 150, spritz them about every 30 minutes with apple cider vinegar, and then glazed them on the barbecue with some sauce. So we did 3 racks of ribs, and I tell you, those smoked ribs, Mike,
how many racks did Gage eat? 2?
Gage wasn't with me, just Jackie, so I didn't have him for the holiday weekend, which he would have eaten a rack.
Probably all of them.
Yeah, rack.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, Rob's frozen.
Well, good. I don't feel so bad.
Oh yes.
Little hickory wood in there, Tim. Lump charcoal. Got the
Is that what you're calling it? Little hickory wood now?
little hickory wood. Yeah, I get a little hickory.
That's what Jackie calls it.
Poor girl. She can't even defend herself.
It takes a lick and then keeps on ticking.
What would be the euphemism for the lump charcoal, though? What could that be?
A couple balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell her to cradle your lumps.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Your lovely lady lumps.
Yeah.
Came out so good though, man.
Oh,
I'm
God.
telling you, going the smoker is the route you want to go.
Yeah.
All day, about 5. They were on there about 5.5, almost 6 hours, Tim.
Awesome.
Yeah, 220 to 230 the whole time.
So you guys had a good weekend, I guess.
So for what was your meal for the Memorial Day, Tim?
I think I sent you guys pictures of the those Big Mac tacos.
Oh
Did I
yeah,
send you those?
yeah.
They were as scripted, boys, the best. It was awesome. I can't wait. The only thing is, you got to make sure that it's a little thinner. You know, that's it. But boy, were they good. God dang. Whew.
Your mouth is watering talking about them.
They were so
Yes.
good.
You're drilling like
I like how
Pavlov's
you do
dogs.
this, like this thin.
Yes,
Yeah, they got to be thinner.
Tim, is that 6 inches?
yes, that is.
That's six. That's
They got to
6
be
foot.
thin. They got to be thin.
Yeah.
That's hitting it 12 times.
Because let's face it, here's the thickness of a patty now on a Big Mac. That's
Oh, it
the-
is. It's
that's the
horrible.
thickness of the patty.
Right.
And I found a
You
can read
corner
a
of the rental
newspaper
car,
through it.
and that's about the radius of the Big Mac patty.
In Canada, they have a double Big Mac, which is 4 patties.
Woo!
Yeah,
It'd be awesome.
that's a beautiful thing. So, Mike, you were out of town for Memorial Day, right?
Yeah, I work the weekend. We work like 13 hours a day on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've been working like 12, 13 hours every day since the 25th of May.
Jesus, when do you come home?
Tomorrow. Or no,
Come on
Thursday,
Thursday, and then you're home for a while, or do you got to go back?
No, Sunday night I got to go to another customer for 3 weeks.
Down in Ohio or where?
No, Benton Harbor.
Oh, Benton
Oh,
Harbor.
that ain't bad.
Well, at least that's. I mean,
At least it's good.
Have you-
scenery.
it's
Have you
it's
some
in
bitches
Michigan.
been Benton Harbor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
not-
guys
it's-
been to Benton Harbor?
Yeah, yeah, makes River Rouge look nice.
Yeah.
Oh, but that been okay.
Okay.
I stay in St. Joseph, which is
Yep.
on the lake there.
So
Oh,
my Memorial Day weekend was a roller coaster for me. Friday we Saturday we were getting everything ready because it was Kendra's birthday on Sunday, and then Sunday rolled around and we ended up at the vets, and we had to put Murphy down
yuck.
On her birthday?
on her birthday,
Mm.
which was
That
awful. And
sucks.
of course, I mean, I don't even know how to put how
Horrible.
awful I feel
Horrible.
about that. You know, I mean, that watching him go was really hard,
Yeah.
man.
That's
You
For
right.
know,
those
I
of you listening who don't know who Murphy is, it's not Fred's illegitimate kid from somewhere. It was Kendra's dog. So
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
You know, and I know all of you have had an experience where you've had to put an animal down.
Oh,
And
it
it's just awful.
Oh,
You know, but
worst feeling in the world.
yep. So on Monday we ended up down at Kendra's parents' house, and her dad made ribs on the grill, and with grilled some asparagus, coleslaw, and corn on the cob. And dude,
Awesome.
I mean, it's always good to have a rib, a rib dinner once in a while. You know, it's one of those things you don't do all the time, but when you do it, it's like you never regret it. But man, it was so good. We went down there and celebrated her birthday, and her dad made her a cake and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
we kind of celebrated a day later. But man, we got it was just thinking about the food, and and then you get home, and then we're walking into the back patio, and there's Murphy's ball right there. We both lost it, and I was just like, oh my God, just
Fred,
killer.
talk about how Murphy impacted your life in these short 2.5, 3 years. I mean,
Yeah, it was
I
5.
mean, Daddy
but-
with 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, well, I just never expected a dog to be
No.
get wrapped right around his paws. So,
Oh yeah.
but the one thing about it is, you sit there and think about it. A dog, or is someone who never judges you, is never mad at you, and is
They love
always,
you.
yep, and him coming to, it was hard the first day going back to work, and opening up the door, and he's
The routine is not there anymore.
coming, to greet you at the door, hearing his nails hit the floor and coming.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Ollie coming at you, and but
Oh, yeah.
I guess if there's one thing, it was a blessing that Kendra's parents asked us to.
There we
Right
go.
for the money shot. Froze right in the money shot.
Well,
No.
yeah.
Did anybody want to hear the rest of that story anyway? No.
Here's my girl.
Nice.
That's my Katie.
That's is that a lab?
Yeah, that was our Katie. She passed away.
Fred, you
Oh,
froze
yeah.
up, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for it to come back.
Yeah.
But is that the dog from Mary?
No, that's Bird. That's the
a
one
better
you did,
picture.
Wait,
Look at his frozen
That's-
face now.
Capture that for the.
That's Bird.
For the,
That's Bird. Fred knew Katie pretty good. Actually got her ashes right here by me.
Oh my God!
I
You
got
do
it.
not. Don't.
Yeah.
Swear to me, you don't have your dog's ashes in your house, do you?
I do.
Yep.
I do.
Rob,
Dog's ashes and his footprint.
dog's ass.
You got Murphy's ashes in that house?
Mhm.
I got 2 dogs' asses in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I'm there, there's a big horse's ass there too.
I know
I
people
love
get really crazy about their dogs. I know. I get it. I know people love their
I like
dogs.
family.
Like
Well,
children. I get it. I get it.
Hey, after seeing Marley and me, I told my kids there's no way that we're getting dogs. So we never had dogs. And as soon as Taylor was, graduated from college, she has 2 dogs now. So, that's fine, and they're great dogs, but I just didn't want to have to go through that with them, losing a dog
Terrible.
and then, then Kendra comes into play with, and then has Murphy and Murphy, and, Murphy's just was one of those dogs that was my companion. He would ride in the car with me, and, we'd be out in the yard and he'd be always like hopping around, and when I walk, come in from work, it's just it's something.
I love how
Definitely
he
something you're gonna
refers to
miss.
his love life with a sports analogy. Kendra comes into play. It's not like when I fell in love with Kendra and she came in the house. It's like, she played a lot of zone defense for a while. I moved around it. I made some good penetration. Next thing you know, straight to the hoop.
Couple blitzes,
Yeah.
couple all-out blitzes.
And then I audible to a delayed draw.
Yeah.
I picture Fred in the backyard with Murphy. People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Hot route.
Hot route. I don't know what a hot
I
route
don't know
is.
what hot
Yes.
route means. I don't know what hot route means.
Tim,
I still don't know what hot route means. What does that mean?
Hot route, baby.
Yeah. What is it?
It means a blitz is coming.
Blitz is
Blitz is
coming,
coming, it's a hot route.
and it's a slant.
Number one.
Yeah, so
Hot route.
don't run your full route. Blitz is coming. Get
Cut it
upfield,
off.
turn, look for the ball.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right.
Yes.
It's not like there's a hot cheerleader over there bent over with no panties on.
No, it's not that.
It has nothing to do with that.
No.
Is that really called for, Rob? Come on, this is a family show.
It is?
Which it's a pretty fucked up family, if you ask me.
Well, hey, like
Mr.
I said,
Bojangles.
We've had family on here though.
Sure.
yeah. Well, the other good thing is gave a shout out to the guys that fought for our freedom. We gave a shout out to my dad and Nancy's dad, Leonard, and my uncle Fred, and kiss ass Chaz, Harvey Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah. The legend himself.
You know what I get tired of is the people posting the stuff on social media. Like, in case you forgot, this isn't about barbecuing and drinking, you know.
Yeah.
We fucking know, assholes. We don't need to be
Yeah.
reminded.
Yeah,
Remind
there's
every
people,
minute.
people.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Lib. You just look at him and say, hey, thanks, Lib. So
It was a
think
great
it-
weekend. What the
Hey,
weather was? The
hey,
weather
thanks,
was
Captain
phenomenal.
Obvious.
The weather was phenomenal.
Yep,
Yeah.
weather's good. How about the haze stuff that's going on right now? You
From
guys
the
see
fires up north.
Yeah,
fires,
it's the fires.
from Canada coming down?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
you see
And then
did you see
granite,
the
yeah.
Mike, if you get a chance, jump on World News Tonight. They have a video from New York. You can't even see New York. It's so bad. It's so bad there.
I'm in Mexico City. There's a haze here 24/7.
I'm sure it's probably cannabis.
Probably Mary
Oh,
Jane.
it's like they've always had that. It's like the most industrious city, most polluted city, air quality wise in the world.
My lung feels great.
Yeah.
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 Plus, when we lived
was
in
bad.
California, it was like if you didn't feel the air, you didn't trust it. You had to feel it in your lungs.
It was pretty
Kinda
bad
like-
today, I hear. It was like haze at the house today, and you could smell like campfire and burn wood. So
Yeah.
it was pretty crazy.
It's
That's a
kinda
lot
like,
of fire burning up there.
it's
Yeah.
like
And the
swallowing
wind
water
changed
from-
directions, it was gone.
Like
And then
swallowing
wind
water
changes
from the
gone.
St. Clair River. You got that fucking
Yeah.
cough going for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
It's the worst.
It kind of burns when it comes out.
So we were talking before you got on, and you caught a little of the end of it, Mike. But we
Yeah.
did ESPN, not ESPN.
No.
Sports
Sports-
Illustrated in their grand gesture, as they do every time this year, brings out their preseason.
Right. Run the top 10. Run the top 10 for the folks, and we'll kind of.
Timmy wrote them down as I read them. So I know 10. 10 is the first Big Ten team to be in
Penn
the
State.
obviously top 10, but
The
Penn
Nittany
State.
Lions. Okay,
Penn State.
that's probably good. I mean, I think they're going to be decent this year.
Yeah.
They lost one of their key running backs to Notre Dame, Ford.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he left in the portal, and then
Yeah, but they had that freshman running back last year that was pretty
That's right.
solid. I think it's Singleton or something like that.
something like that.
Something like that. But you know, again, they can be really good, but let's just remember,
Franklin's their
Franklin's still the coach, and he always monkey fucks
Screws up.
1 or 2 games.
he finds a way to he finds creative ways to lose.
Yes,
It really does.
kind of like what's his face, one of the coaches that used to be at LSU.
Oh, the Michigan guy.
Yeah,
Les Miles.
The
Les
Mad Hatter.
Miles.
Yeah,
The Mad Hatter.
Yeah, trying to figure out how can we lose a game today? He goes, hey, I got a plan. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna actually have them spike the ball on 4th down.
Yeah. Well, his 2-minute drill was they scored in 2:10. That was their 2-minute drill. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first time I ever seen Franklin in his glory was 4 or 5 years ago. McSorley was their quarterback. They were having a hell of a year. They were undefeated that year. I think they went to the Horseshoe. They had Ohio State beat going into the 4th quarter. He stopped McSorley from throwing the ball, started running the ball. Yeah, running and throwing. Went to just the straight, off tackle, prevent defense, and lost.
Yards in the cloud of dust.
Yep. And McSorley was running all over them
All
whole
over
game,
them.
and then he just stopped.
Stop.
Kind of reminds me of the Lions with Hawkinson. He'd catch 4 passes in a row, and then he wouldn't get a ball thrown him until the 4th quarter.
You drop it.
Yeah, with 1:15 left, and they're already down by 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
Really?
All right, who's number 9? Number 9.
That was a long time.
Say it, Rob. Say it, Rob.
9.
Come on.
Cheer, cheer for old Notre Dame. Wake up the echoes cheering her name.
No name.
If you
Touchdown
can't go
Jesus.
to college, you go
Touchdown
to
Jesus.
Notre Dame.
So wait, Listen,
Touchdown, Jesus.
I'm gonna say right now, Notre Dame, if I were to pick them in the top 20, I would put them somewhere around 11 or 12. I don't think they should be at 9, but when you hear the team ahead of them,
Well,
that I don't think
Right.
they should be there either.
right. Well, but you got to remember, they're number 9 because of their administration.
They're number 9 because they are the Fighting Irish, and they are the epitome of college football.
The epitome of suck.
Well, they have been the epitome of suck from time to time. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
The Jerry Faust years. I mean, I don't even want to bring up Bob Davie. Nobody really wants to talk about Bob Davie.
Right.
So,
Or Ty Willingham.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ty Willingham.
Yeah.
There's been some bad coaches there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Number 8, who do we got?
Clemson.
That's too high.
Dude, Clemson's D-O-N. Done.
D-O-N.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
D-O-N.
D-O-N. That's exactly right.
A-W-N.
Yep. That's right. D-U-N. Done. And if you guys don't show up, you're gonna be dead. D-E-D. But yeah, hey, their run that they had a couple years ago is over. They'll be lucky to finish in the top 13.
He's not getting the recruits like he did
No.
5-6 years
No.
ago.
No.
He was
And-
penetrating states like Florida, Louisiana, Texas.
And of course, he could do that when Brian Kelly wasn't there, and now this guy at Florida State's come in and actually done a nice job recruiting. And he got rid of Mr. Dumpster Fire. But back when Florida was kind of a wide open group because nobody wanted to go to Florida, nobody wanted to go to Florida State, and it was almost like Central Florida was a better football team than the other two. So even South Florida had better chances of winning against those two teams. But now that you put those kind of elite coaches in where they're at, like now you got the dude. What do you got? With the dude from at Miami? Was it Ortiz? Cristobal. So you got him down there.
They're not even in the top 45.
Yeah. So
They didn't even get in there.
So the thing is you put coaches in there that are going to recruit better than the other the predecessors. Then now Clemson comes into play. And who does Clemson play? People want to.
They're going to play that ACC schedule. They'll have Florida State, who's 14. They'll have an unranked Virginia. They'll have an unranked Syracuse. They'll have the unranked Louisville. They'll have all that stuff.
Are they playing the Domers this year or what?
Yeah, they'll play the Domers. Yeah.
Is the Domers in the ACC or are they back to independent?
No, they're back to independent.
Yeah.
They're in the ACC for some sports, kind of like they're in the Big Ten for some sports.
They're
Right.
ACC adjacent.
They're ACC and Big Ten adjacent. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, their chances of being independent here in the next couple of years is going to go away. They're going to be forced to join it.
Yeah, everybody's going to be forced to go to one of the Power 2 or 3 conferences.
And if Notre Dame was smart, they go to be in the Big Ten with USC, UCLA, Penn State, and the rest of them. So we'll see. We'll see if they're be a bunch of big pussies and go to the Big 12 or something stupid like that.
I almost assuredly will go to the ACC. I would want them to go to the Big Ten, but they've had a long-standing relationship with the ACC.
It's because they want to play the horseshit team so they can win the friggin' championship every year.
Well, how's that worked out for them? Because they haven't won the championship. 1988.
Well, I don't mean the national championship. I'm just talking about an ACC championship, just so they can get anywhere near being in a playoff. Whatever. They if they were smart, which they're not, because of the administration. but they're but they should be in the Big Ten.
How did we get back to Notre Dame? We were past them.
Yeah, we were. We went right
guys-
to Clemson.
Number 7.
You two waste more oxygen on Notre Dame and Clemson than anybody.
Yeah. Well,
I
okay,
got
we
you know what
wasted
number
it.
7 is? The
Yeah.
Trojans boner move of the year.
And
Trojans
that's
are
by
playing-
putting them number 7. That's the
Number
Trojan boner play of the year.
Yeah, right there, number 7.
well,
Trojans.
and the only
And he's first.
Hey, the only 8.
Hey,
I don't even know.
okay,
if
okay, here we go. Number 6. Number 6, Michigan.
Michigan.
Let's go.
There you go. Let's talk about Michigan while Fred's frozen.
Oh my God! Then when he comes back, we'll say, and number 5.
But
Yeah,
USC, let's go back to USC for a second. He's getting some recruits. He is getting some recruits. We'll see
He
what
has
happens.
got recruits. He's going to be in a tougher conference, so
Yes.
that they give him credit. Washington,
Yep.
they have like 17, is going to be a damn good team this year.
Yeah, they're
Of
going to be
course,
tough on them.
They're still Freddie's favorite in the USC in Pac-12 or Pac-10, Utah.
well, but Oregon State's ranked in the top.
Yeah, and so is
in that
Oregon.
group too. And so,
All right. Yeah.
again, if Caleb Williams isn't there, they're not in the top 10.
Okay, who's number 5, Timmy?
Well, number 6 is Michigan. Sorry.
Oh, we already talked about that while you were frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you were frozen.
sorry.
Yeah. What is there to say about? I mean, I think 6 is low, to be honest. But hey, that's okay. It's okay.
It's a good
Just
spot.
win,
It's a good
just
start.
win,
It's a
baby.
good start.
Just win, baby.
Yep.
At number
It's
5,
good. It's good bulletin board.
Wait,
material.
before we go to 5, though, I want to bring up something about Michigan. So they have now positioned their first game of the season to be on Peacock, the streaming network. I gotta hear what's going on up there. What are the talking heads saying, guys?
Well,
I got
Peacock, isn't that the
People
Notre
are
Dame
pissed.
network, NBC?
NBC.
Yeah.
Notre
Yeah.
Dame has put 2 games in the last 2 years on Peacock, and the fan base has revolted over it.
Yep, people
And
are
they should.
pissed.
They should. These games being streamed, and the only way you can get it is by getting Peacock or one of these things.
Bullshit.
Is bullshit. I mean, cable is a ripoff as it is anyway. I mean, you're paying it's like a car payment.
Yeah.
And you just try to stream something. Now, the good thing is I know Mike and myself, and I'm sure you do, Rob. I don't know about you, Tim, but all of us have Peacock, so I could care less. I could care less.
It comes with Comcast.
I could care less what everybody else thinks as long as I can see the game. All right, fine. But it's ridiculous that they're, and the thing is, it's all about this. That's what it's all about. And no reason, just like the reason why, why isn't Ohio State and Michigan playing in prime time? Why isn't Michigan State playing at night? Why isn't yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the thing is it's every game's at noon. What the fuck? Okay, you're gonna highlight the SEC is the greatest powerhouse, and you're gonna put it on. Fuck that.
Yep.
Well,
That's who's playing at night.
That's a big thing for recruiting, right? Why does the
Right.
SEC recruit so strong? They're always night games on Saturday, prime time on a big network. They don't have any of their big boys on a Peacock ever.
Nope.
Alabama's never streaming on one of those.
No, because they got their in contract with CBS. So not to mention the fact that some of the games this year can be flexed, and they're talking about Michigan playing on a Thursday or Friday night.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck?
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. And I'm like, you fucking do that. I'm telling you right now that you've with the whole transfer portal and everything going on, you've taken the purity of this sport of college sports, and you've tarnished every sport that's at the college level because of all this shit, because of contracts and you're jacking up prices to go to the games, and it's all about this. they don't give a fuck about the fans. It's all about this.
I like Michigan Notre Dame being in the afternoon instead of night. I think
Oh,
it'd be
that's
that
fine.
different. I mean, it's a tradition. I like a noon game for Ohio State and Michigan. That's the way
yeah.
it's
I do
been.
It's always been nice that Michigan usually plays at noon, and usually right after that, Notre Dame is usually on at 3:30.
Yeah.
Or
It's-
Penn State, Michigan State. How about that,
Yeah.
boys? How about they're playing at Ford Field
Ford
instead
Field.
of taking a home game away from Michigan?
Wait, what game's at Ford Field?
Michigan State, Penn State.
Michigan State, Penn State?
Yep, they
Yep,
moved
home game
Ford
from
Field.
State gone. No home game in Lansing that day. Take
That's
it away.
some bullshit, I think.
So
Why did
Do
they did it on purpose? Michigan
think
State
about
wanted to
think,
do
of, think about
Can
the
you-
money they're losing Gates.
Hey, well, not only that, can you imagine the season ticket holders? Oh, we'll give you your money back for that game. Fuck that! I want the home game. What about the kids that spend all their money to go to your school and want the football experience, and you take a fucking home game away from them? That's bullshit.
Was that Michigan
Well, and
State's
plus
decision?
you're putting it
Huh?
in the city.
Don't know.
Was
Penn State's decision?
Penn State no, it's Michigan. It was Michigan State. They agreed to do it. Do you think Penn State would go to Pittsburgh to play Michigan State or to Indianapolis? to
That's
play?
my point. Is like
They
you've
want a
now
whiteout,
taken-
man. They want a
You've taken
whiteout.
your home field advantage away in a
Mhm.
small airport where it's hard to get other people to from out of the state. Now you put it in Detroit with a big Delta hub, open up the tickets. How many Penn State fans you think are going to flood that game?
Big
Wow.
time. Yeah, that's a bad move. Bad
Yeah,
move.
That's a bad
trust.
move by State.
Hey, I'm just telling you right now. First of all, it's been nothing but a shit show in East Lansing. Since Tucker's not recruiting well, he's losing kids left and right. In
Hey,
the
he
portal.
coming. He coming.
Yeah, he coming and going pretty quick.
Huh.
Tim,
Yeah.
I watched the other night, they had the 2010 Michigan State Notre Dame game, which was really the coming out party for Dan Antonio. It's where
Was it
and-
Little Giants?
The overtime game.
Yeah.
Was
And
it
you know
Little
what? I'm
Giants
watching
play?
that. Huh?
Was it the Little Giants play? The fake
Yeah, the little Giants play.
Yeah.
So you watch that game and that team. He had only won like 4 games the year before D'Antonio, because I think it was his second year or his first year. He goes into that game, I think he's undefeated at 7-0, and he pulls that stunt, but you can already see the dominance in that Michigan State defense, even in his second year. I mean, when I hear State fans disparage D'Antonio, I think they're fucking retarded.
Yep.
And it's like, you know what? Hey, you guys were wishing him out. Hey, be careful what you wish for, because you ended up getting turtly do right in there.
Really do right.
So that's why sperm's white and peas yellow, so he knows if he's coming or going.
Oh,
All right, Tim. Who's number 5?
Yeah,
Hook 'em horns.
look at horns.
The Horns.
How'd
Really?
they get up in there? How'd they get up in there? Come on. They
Yeah.
do nothing last
They
year.
got some big named recruits. They haven't proven anything. I mean,
No, they get
They-
number
they-
5.
They lost Bijan Robinson, their biggest weapon on offense. They, Cole Ewers or whatever his name is, Quinn, whatever his name is. He's back.
what about your
And-
boy, Arch Manning, man?
Oh, that's why they got it. That's why they got the big rating right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And then you should have
He'll be
watched it.
nothing. He's gonna do shit.
Well, guess what? If you would have watched the spring game, you would have. I sat there and laughed. I laughed after every play because
Why was he horrible?
he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat. He looked like a.
So what you're saying is he's like a lot like Peyton.
He's a lot like Eli.
Wow.
A lot like
Yeah,
with the
well, oh yeah,
Winning
hey,
quarterbacks.
both of them are just going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Okay.
both of them are bums. In the Hall of Fame.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
I mean,
face it,
Cooper.
Peyton, it was a good quarterback as a game
Yeah.
manager, but he was not a very good thrower with the football. I mean,
Cooper was
he
the
had
best.
more
yeah,
ducks.
why
coming
don't
out
you
of
why don't
that.
you ask Marvin Harrison if he's a good thrower,
Well,
or Reggie Wayne?
Yeah, well,
Or Little Wayne for that matter.
yeah,
That's
Little
right.
Wayne probably
Maybe
had
Little
more
Bow Wow.
receptions. Yeah, Little Bow Wow.
All right,
All
who's
right.
number 4?
Fresca,
I mean,
Fresca? Mm-hmm.
Take a guess on who's number 4.
LSU.
No,
That's right.
yep.
LSU.
LSU.
How?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Brian Kelly
Uh,
factor.
Brian Kelly is the savior. He's back in
He's back. That
LSU.
How's he
Brian
doing in
Kelly's
recruiting?
back
I
in the
haven't
bayou.
I know he
Back
was
in the home
doing.
bayou.
He was doing. Yeah,
That's
Robbie
one
was
thing
giving
with
him back
coaching.
massages one year, and then the next
Yeah,
year he was stabbing
back
him with a knife in the same back.
well,
He was giving him
Fred,
reach arounds every
when you
season
tell your
until he left.
team by text
It's-
that you're quitting and going to the taking the LSU job by text.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
not a
the
very
way you
good
do
look.
it, man.
That's
You were
not a
giving
good
him
look.
reach arounds and fucking.
That's what he did at
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did the same thing at Cincinnati.
Well, Tim,
You're
I
you're
expect you
giving
to
him the
quit at
dirty Sanchez
Cincinnati.
and the rusty
I don't
trombone.
expect you to burn your bridge at Notre fucking Dame,
Yeah, I know.
right? I
Yeah.
get Cincinnati. I get that.
Yeah.
I
We go.
get Michigan State. I get Illinois, but not Notre Dame.
I noticed one thing about his coaching, though, from Notre Dame to LSU. Do you remember? Well, in Cincinnati, he was screaming, holler, man. He want to kill the quarterback and arguing with Pike and all. And now when he goes to Notre Dame, it was the same thing.
No,
I think in
in
LSU they said
2015 they had a conversation with them. No, it was
they had
in
slow down.
26
They had to take it down.
in 2016 they did that. No, the last
Remember
3
that?
years. Yeah, but the last 3 years at Notre Dame, he was like
He calmed right down.
he calmed right down. Yeah,
Still blame
They
his
said he
players
did-
after every game.
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
did what?
yeah. He's the
still
only
blamed his players
Yep.
every game. But
the only coach I know in the college ranks that would throw his players under the bus.
Yeah, he did do
Yeah,
that.
what
a
did,
lot.
what did he
remember
say
how
about Holly,
Robson
girl?
used to say he never
Wait a
did that?
minute. Not the only Fred. Have you watched a Nick Saban press
Yeah.
conference? I mean, come
Oh, yeah.
on.
Remember, Fred,
Yeah.
how Rob always used to say that he never threw his players under the bus?
I said that.
All the time.
You pull that up.
Dude, used to say it all the time. While
What?
you're giving him the
Well,
rest
you're
of the
lying.
combo,
I
reach
remember
around.
one time I
Oh,
said,
you got
"Well,
tape
yeah." I
on
said,
that, motherfucker?
I'm
Yeah.
like sitting here. I remember sitting in my living room and saying, "I don't even know why you like Notre Dame because the fucking coach keeps throwing his players in the bus. He does not throw his players under the bus." I'm like, and Mike's like, what? What?
True story. That's a true story.
I don't remember. Tim, I don't remember.
Always used to you
don't even remember
drank
yesterday.
Brian Kelly's
Listen,
bathwater.
I used to promote Brian Kelly. I like Brian Kelly. I
Yeah.
thought he was a good coach.
You
Rob-
actually said at one time you'd eat the corn out of his shit. Remember that, Fred?
Yep. Like Kobayashi. Yeah.
The
Pow.
bad part of that was Indian
Ow.
corn, Tim. It wasn't even the good corn.
Baby corn.
It's baby
Thai
corn.
food.
The Thai food. Asian corn. Nobody wants Asian corn.
No,
Oh,
Asian corn,
God.
but not Asian corn.
Yes,
We're off
everybody
track. We're
wants
off
Asian,
track.
Asian corn. Everybody.
Focus.
All right, what are we up to? 3?
Oh my
We're at
God.
Mike's.
August
We're at Mike's
19th.
favorite school. The quarterback did not attend any class. Who was it? And what school
Georgia.
was it?
Georgia.
He
Yeah.
didn't get a degree in 7 years.
They're called doctors.
Yeah.
No, they
Hey,
usually get
just
degrees.
short of a decade
You
already.
should call him Tommy Boy.
Georgia. They
Yeah.
won it all last year, boys. How come they're not number one or number two?
Stetson Tommy Boy Bennett.
Yeah.
Did he get drafted?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Rams.
with the Rams.
Rams.
He's gonna, he's coming into the league. He's gonna mentor the younger Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. Both quarterbaks from Georgia. Hey,
You can,
didn't I
you
used
can barely
to,
see
didn't
a
I used
little
to
line.
back you up?
I used to back you up. Been in the league for what, 12 years?
But, I know you. I know you. Your name's escaping me, but
Yeah.
I think is your name Matthew Stafford? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Who's taller, him or Flutie?
Him or who?
Flutie or
He is
Stetson? Right?
barely. He's
Yep.
barely taller than Flutie.
Yeah. About
All
the
right,
same
number
height as
two.
you, Tim.
Number two. Oh, I'm sorry, Fred. Number two.
Alabama's got to be Bama,
It
right?
is. And
Roll Tide, roll Tide, roll Tide.
you know what? I see Alabama being 5 or 6. I think they don't have, they have an unproven quarterback. I know that they like, again, they don't I don't, as far as recruiting's concerned, I haven't really heard a lot about the recruiting class. I know, of course, the people that they have there are probably going to be pretty solid, but I have a feeling that some of these SEC teams are going to catch them this year. I see Bama losing maybe 3 to 4 games this year.
I think Mississippi beats them this year. Ole Miss
Ole
beats
Miss.
Bama. Ole Miss beats Bama.
Yeah.
So LSU beat
How much you want to bet, Tim? Ole Miss beats
That
Bama.
one?
Yep.
6-pack.
6-pack? How about a case?
6-pack.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Cheap fucker.
Got a case on. I say I'm taking Ole Miss.
You gonna take Ole Miss in that game? Where is it played?
I take
don't
Ole
care.
Miss too.
I don't care.
Asshole. Mind your own business.
Hey, stay on track, Tim.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's talk about who's number one according to the infinite wisdom of Sports Illustrated. Who?
I think Mel Kiper's working for Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's
Who the
it's
fuck?
Furman. Furman's number 1 this year.
Furman.
Mel
Yeah.
Kiper. All you need is that wind tunnel
OSU,
test of
Oklahoma
hairdo.
State.
Mel Kiper. Who is the fuck is Mel Kiper?
It's Youngstown State is number
Yeah.
1.
I think it's
State
Testicle
Buckeyes.
Tech, Ball State.
Yeah.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh,
Ohio State.
I'm glad they're number one.
I'm glad that Sports Illustrated was dumb enough to put not only Martha Stewart in a swimsuit and airbrush the fuck out of it, but to sit there and say Ohio State is number 1 in the country. Here's one thing I'm just gonna say about Sports Illustrated: go pound sand.
yeah, that's right.
Guys are fucking clueless.
We do know about the Sports Illustrated preseason number 1 curse, though, too, right? We got to talk about that. They, in the past, put Arizona State Sun Devils up there one year. They put, I don't know, they're known for putting some wacky teams up there, and there's a curse on it. So
Utah, maybe one of those years.
That's what the Indian said.
Anybody want to bet that Utah will finish higher in the rankings than Ohio State?
No,
Brad,
I'm taking that.
come on.
Bet.
Naked down Ring
Let's
City.
do
Brad.
this. You got to pick one Big Ten, a team not in the Big Ten, hasn't finished in 1 to 4 in the last 2 years. That's going to finish over Ohio State. Your pick. I'll give you a minute to think about it, Tim. You're a little slower, so I'll go to Mike.
Iowa.
I said not in the Big Ten. Not in the Big Ten.
Comprehension's
USC.
good. Comprehension's good.
USC.
Oh, good. Damn.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, it's a great pick, right? So he just stole a great pick. Tim, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with the Oregon Ducks, man. That's my team.
Duckies.
Daffy
Duck-
Ducks.
Wow.
They'll beat them
Freddie,
in
what do you
uniform
got?
alone.
Their uniforms will be better.
Fred's frozen again. Look.
No,
No,
he's
I'm not.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
He just looked like he had a shit.
Yeah, look like you're pinching a loaf.
Okay, Freddie, who you got?
We got Fred.
Somebody that hasn't been in the top 5, right?
Top 4. So in the big championship series in the last 2 years. So you can't pick Alabama. You can't pick,
Georgia.
Michigan. Well, you can't pick them anyway. Georgia, you can't pick TCU. Can't pick. It's got to be someone else. Finish higher than Ohio State.
Okay.
USC Ducks. Those are those are
Those are-
probably the two best picks that were available on the board, 1 and 2. Good job.
Sure.
About Texas.
I wouldn't pick it. I mean, I
Ew.
don't think Texas is
Ew,
going to
yeah.
finish very well.
But
They got 'em
are
up
they in the SEC this year or Big 12 still?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think they're in the SEC this year.
Who is?
Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah, they are.
Oh shit! Never mind. Never mind.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, boys.
Lim boys.
Florida State.
Whoa,
Wow.
number 14, Florida State,
Ooh.
number 14. Plays
Wow.
ACC conference, could build their schedule up. Nice.
And actually, if you look at their team, that they look like they're pretty stacked. So
Hmm.
I know I'm going out on a limb there. I almost went Notre Dame.
Oh,
I wouldn't have done that.
Thought about
he's
that.
a fan and he wouldn't have done.
Hey,
No,
yeah,
I
well,
wouldn't have done
and
that.
I also thought about Washington.
Ooh.
All right, who you got, Robbie?
Who are you picking, Rob? Come on, spit it out.
Come on, spit it out, fucker.
Boston College.
Yeah. I'm looking at where's Michigan? How's Western Michigan look this year?
Central Michigan.
Appalachia.
Central.
Hey,
Appalachia.
by the way, Central
Fire
and,
Chip.
and Eastern Michigan, the number 1 and number 2 recruiting classes in the MAC this year.
Nice.
Really?
You're gonna beat the shit out of each other.
That's gonna be interesting.
Who are you picking, Rob? Virginia?
I'm looking at these two teams. I'm torn. Utah. No, just kidding. I would never do that. Never. Ever do
That their quarterback's back again. Though.
Yeah,
it.
Rising's
I
back.
know. It's
That
gonna
guy's
be.
tough.
He is an awesome quarterback. There's no
He
doubt.
is. You gotta love him. He's gritty.
Yep.
Goes for it, man.
You guys went 2 SEC teams.
Who did?
You and Tim.
I
I mean,
USC.
you guys went 2 Pac-10 teams. I'm toying between 2 SEC teams.
Okay.
LSU
Ooh,
and Tennessee.
the
Yeah.
Bulls.
You know, I would love.
Which one you picking?
I would.
Which
love
one
to
you
see
picking? Because I'm putting your
Milton
name
do
by it.
well.
Let's go.
I want
Hey,
Milton to do well.
Hey, here's
on,
what
I
I'm
got
going.
it.
Well, if you look at Melton's numbers, the last 5 games of the season, he was studly. But I will just tell you this: I would love to see Tennessee play Ohio State, and Tennessee just
Smoke 'em.
slather
I want to see
slather-
Tennessee play Michigan in
slather
the
the orange.
football playoffs. That would be badass.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Rob, you going with the Bulls? What are you doing? Number
No,
one? What are you?
I would like to.
But
Okay,
However,
who you
with
going?
he's going with his rusty trombone.
I
Yep,
am
his
going with
Dirty
the Rusty
Sanchez.
Trombone. I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to go LSU.
Wow.
I'll shoot.
That's a shocker.
All right, I
Tim's
got it
writing
written
it down.
down.
2 in
Tim's
the
writing it
pink,
down.
1 in the stink.
Tim's
got
writing
it.
it down. We got it on video. But he's writing it down.
I got it on saving.
Yeah. So I don't know what you do with these notes. You wipe your ass the next day with them,
Nope,
or what?
I put
don't
them
know
in my
if you
folder. So when
you
it, so when it,
docu-file those or what? But
so when you fucktards when they play and it happens and I go, hey, by the way, Brad picked Florida State. I picked Oregon. You were torn between the Bulls and LSU, right? And Mike picked USC. We'll find out. Now I got
And
it
he'll
right.
put it in a folder, and then he'll put the
Got
folder away, and then he'll forget where he put the fucking
Yeah,
folder.
Jamie,
And I'll
where's
say-
my folder?
and I'll
Everyone
remind
does
him.
back there.
I'll remind him in December. You can just go back and watch episode 59 and find out
Right.
who picked.
Jamie Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. I don't know
You
what
never
she
know what
does
she's
back
doing back there.
Yeah. God, what an idiot.
there. Well, guys, I had some fried chicken from Bojangles, and I gotta go drop this now. So I gotta go.
I
So,
gotta
boys,
go eat, man. The fat guy hasn't even eaten.
yeah.
So
well,
I'm
listen,
out. Peace.
So before you leave, just wanted to make sure you guys know that the next episode we will have Jennifer Vanden Bosch, the mayor of Marine City, on.
All right.
Hey,
I love to stay and chat, but I gotta go.
Yeah, yep.
All right.
The brown eyes winking. So
All right,
again, guys, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and we're on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoy the show. Sorry we haven't been on for a little while. Life gets in the way, boys and girls. So hopefully you enjoy the show. Hey, thank you for the people that came up to me at the Memorial Day parade and said they love the show and they watched it. Hey, kudos, thanks. We appreciate that. And we'll try to be a little bit more consistent. We'll get some guests on the show here pretty soon. It's almost time for Battle of the Bands, and and we'll be able to get obviously some of the bands back on it and see what their schedule's looking like this year. So
Hey, Fred, you forgot that Rob always posts the links on his Grinder profile.
Yes.
too. Yes.
So check that out
Yeah.
if you're so inclined. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you go off early.
Yeah. Swipe right. Yep. Yeah. The brown eyes winking.
All right, guys.
All right. Peace out, boys.